see Mo Salah.
Is that it? Hey?
Mo Salah. Can you hear me, Salah? You're my woman. Hello, meeting.
Massive news coming out of Liverpool this evening. Mo Salah will leave the club this summer for free after he and the club have come to an agreement. Liverpool fans, what are your thoughts on this? If you dropped the ball in the whole scenario, could have got 150 mil for him. Absolute shambles. Football fans, are we losing Premier League greats? Where does Salah rank in an all-time greatest Premier League forwards? We're going to have that discussion, and you can have your discussion on that. Is this the end of an era for Liverpool? Poor season. Now we are seeing that back of a Jurgen Klopp side. 03 717 22 33 44. Woo! Hello, mate.
Hello, matey.
How are you?
I'm all right, thank you very much. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. I'm all right.
Fine and dandy.
Yeah, all good.
Good.
Looking forward to the week. Got a big week coming up, haven't you?
Mate, what day is it today? Tuesday, yes. Had my hair transplant on Thursday.
I can't wait. Yeah. Just if you're on YouTube, just put your head. Oh, no, not that far down.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
You got the penalty spot.
We've got the penalty spot, yeah, but it's the wingers. You've lost Mo Salah.
Yeah, the recession is the tide's gone out. It's not coming back in, mate.
I can't wait to see this.
Well, listen, it's going to take a while. Don't expect like miracle results. It takes.
This is a miracle.
No.
If that forehead gets any smaller, that is a miracle.
Can you imagine being the guy that's got to work on it? He'll need a couple of days off.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, mate.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, but you're
obviously giving us updates, right?
No. Of course I will. I'll come on. I'll do a video call. I'm not on Thursday. I won't speak to Thursday. I'm having it done then. But Monday, Tuesday, I'm off as well. The old swelling of the noggin will have to go down.
It's going to be massive.
Well, yeah, it can't get much bigger, you would have thought. But my plan is to be back next Wednesday. But we'll see how the
goes.
How the swelling goes.
Yeah.
And the head swells, mate.
Yeah, it's not nice.
A lot of blood around the top of the head.
I've seen a lot of swollen heads from these. Yeah,
that's all right. I can deal with that, mate. I've had a lot of things that are swollen.
Just don't ruin my wedding pictures. You've got 3 weeks.
There's nothing I can do.
3 weeks.
I'm guessing there are bald people going to your wedding, right?
What do you mean?
Well,
not as a groomsman, no.
Well,
I picked the best of a bad bunch.
Right, that's not my fault.
And then you decided 3 weeks before my wedding.
No, I didn't decide.
Groomsman.
No, listen, trust me, the last thing on my mind was your wedding.
I was the one who told you to get it in the first place.
Yeah, we had that conversation. It was over a year ago.
Yeah,
That's where it come from.
I got in your head, didn't I?
Well, yes. Basically, it was a conversation, and then someone approached me and said, "Would you like a hair transplant?" I've gone, "Yes," and then we sorted it out. Anyway, enough of my noggin. We don't talk about that.
Yeah, I know.
That's another time.
All right. I mean, look. Obviously, there's a huge talking point, right? Mo Salah. Yep. He is leaving Liverpool at the end of the season. Mo Salah posted on his social media to announce he's leaving the club this summer.
Hello, everyone. Unfortunately, the day has come. This is the first part of my farewell. I will be leaving Liverpool at the end of this season. I wanted to start by saying that I never imagined how deeply this club, this city, these people would become part of my life. Liverpool is not just a football club. It's a passion. It's a history. It's a spirit I can't explain in a word to anyone not part of this club. We celebrated victory. We won the most important trophies, and we fought together through the hardest time in our life.
Yeah, that's obviously Mo Salah speaking in his trophy cabinet in his house, which he's got quite a lot.
Quite extensive.
Yeah, it's nice,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's not as good as JT's, but
no, but well, he's done all right, the boy.
Yeah, he's done all right.
He's done okay.
He's done all right. What's your take on the situation? Because he still had a year left.
It's not a surprise. I'm not surprised. No, not at all.
Well, they're letting him go for nothing.
Okay, that part, yes, we'll come on to that.
That's a surprise.
The surprise that he's leaving, no, I'm not surprised at all, because it did feel as though this could have happened back in January, couldn't it? When he went to the AFCON. There was all sorts of things knocking about. Yes. The relationship between him and Slot. There was all the sort of stuff. The interview that he done after a game. A lot of Liverpool fans were disappointed. You know, he doesn't often speak to the media, Salah.
No.
And he chose that point, and you could see the signs. Things weren't particularly great. He went away. AFCON, come back. How is Slot going to reintegrate him into the team? There is no doubt about it. He has reached the summit of his career and the peak of his Superman powers.
Yeah.
And he's now on the other side of the mountain. And it happens to everyone. And the problem he's got, it's happened at a time when Liverpool, as a club, have nowhere near reached the levels that they should and could even equal last season. And he's part of that. He's not the reason. He's one of the reason. But had Liverpool been in a situation where Isak had worked out, Wirtz had worked out, Slot is to blame, by the way. Slot is a big part of this.
Yeah.
Not the only part. Liverpool have stuttered and stumbled and tripped. They're nowhere near. They are at the moment. They're terrible. Liverpool. They genuinely are really terrible. And unfortunately for him, the club couldn't carry him like he carried the club.
Yeah.
And at the time where he probably needed them to kind of get through these, he's never going to be the salary he was 2-3 years ago. It's impossible. He's not Peter Pan. And at the time, they've just all kind of dipped at the wrong time for him on a professional level. What really mystifies me is how Liverpool are letting him go on a free.
That shocks me.
That's the bit where I'm thinking this relationship has got to have broken down so badly that they're just like they both want one another out their lives. I'm happy to walk away. I'll forfeit my money. We won't take a fee. Leave. That's Liverpool. Back in January of last year, were offered tens and tens of millions from him, and this is what
probably could have got near 80 million for him.
Oh, maybe even more than that. Maybe even more than that. They're rumoured over 100 million at one stage, right? You don't know how true these rumours are.
No.
Okay? But the problem that Liverpool found themselves in, and there's where the Liverpool fans, I think, have to take a little bit of the blame, is that Trent was out of contract.
Yeah.
Van Dijk was coming out of his contract as well, and then Salah was. And you've got nuggets like 100% Mo saying they'll all sign at this particular time. And the problem is they couldn't let Trent go and one of or both of Van Dijk and Salah. So they had to give money. And the pair of them, Van Dijk, over the hill. He's not going to be the player he was 2 or 3 years ago. Salah, over the hill, not the player he was. They're simply not. And they're part of the reason. And the Liverpool fans that were demanding this and demanding that, I think that the noise is so loud, they couldn't let Trent go on a free. They couldn't let Salah go on a free, and they couldn't let Van Dijk go on a free. And Salah has held them to ransom.
Do you think they're letting him go on a free now because they look at it and go, we wanted him for another season. It hasn't really worked out. We paid him the money, but we can't demand 70, 80 million
Why not?
now.
Why not?
Well, because
Liverpool not learnt. They let Trent go on a free. And here's going to be really interesting about the Liverpool fans, how they berated Trent for leaving on a free. Will they have the same feelings about their own club? They've dropped the ball twice, Liverpool. They've dropped the ball twice.
Do you think this is a bad? Do you think?
This reflects terribly on the club. It's unbelievable. They have given him a bumper deal. He has not delivered. Yet they could have sold him back in January. They could have sold both Trent and Salah for probably combined of well over 120, 130 million, the pair of them. They both walked in on a free in just over 17 months later. So I want them to phone up Liverpool fans, and I want them to be honest about their own football club. They have absolutely dropped the ball. And they paid him the thick end of 400 grand a week, by the way. To extend that, delivered nothing. That is a mess. And you've got Van Dijk. Here's a question. Why did they give him a 2-year contract?
Well, I'm guessing that's what he demanded.
Right? So hold the year and use that as leverage to get money back for him. The Saudis would take him for 50 million now. They would.
But maybe you don't want to go to Saudi.
Someone's got to take him.
Someone's going to take him on a free.
Now they will.
Yeah, of course.
But how'd that work out? It's back in January. We're only in March.
Does he not deserve...
No. It's business.
Hold on. You say it's business. He's been there for a long time. He's been a loyal servant. Does he not deserve the opportunity to say, look, I'll give up my year, but I want to go on a free that gives me the option to go wherever I want?
Well,
because if they're demanding 50 million quid from, and a Saudi team goes, we'll pay that. But, another team in Europe who might want him are not going to pay that.
Then don't give him a 2-year contract.
But they had to give him a
No, don't. Give him a year. Why'd you have to give 2 years?
Because he's not going to accept a year, is he? It's Mo Salah. He's going to accept.
Well, then look. How'd that work out?
Yeah, but okay.
They both ripped it up.
Okay, but Liverpool kind of expected Mo Salah to be poor this season. He had one of his best seasons last season.
They turned down thick end of 100 million back in last January, and now we are where we are. Try and explain that to me. They've lost 100 million, yet they're going to phone up and they'll have a pop at Trent and they'll defend Salah. Makes no sense to me.